Welcome to Beyond the Mat. I'm Master Kemmer.
And I'm Master Mills.
Today we're going to be talking about priming yourself.
Optimism.
Priming
yourself.
Yes.
Right after this. Alright, so today we're talking about priming yourself. Now, everyone wants to be able to control the way that they feel, be able to change the way they feel. We all have down days. We want to change that so be more productive, have more of that confidence, be able to accomplish more things, right?
Exactly.
So one thing we got to remember is that emotion is created by motion.
What does that mean?
Good question.
Yeah, see that?
So what that means is what we do is going to start changing the way that we feel, right? If I'm acting withdrawn and sheepish and acting lazy and just maybe laying in bed or just sitting on the couch, not really
playing with my phone,
right? Not doing anything motivated. I'm going to feel unmotivated. I'm going to feel discouraged. I'm going to feel more than that negative feeling. But if I actually start getting up and I'm going to smile. I'm going to take deep breaths. I'm going to stand up tall. I'm going to get out of bed. I'm going to do 5 push-ups, whatever, something to get some kind of motion going. That's going to start affecting the way that I feel, and even just forcing yourself to smile, or right? Actually, I think I have the Google Home. Thing, and you can say "Hey, Google Home, cheer me up," and it'll activate with my TV, and it'll play like a sneezing panda video.
Oh, that's funny.
And I stay in a bad mood when that's
right.
You know the sneezing panda video.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the sneezing panda video, pause this, go type in sneezing panda, watch it, come back, leave a comment saying thank you.
Thank you.
But if you haven't seen it, you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
So that's important. So because I think we talked about this a little bit before, that so much of what we do is emotionally driven, right? Our subconscious is all emotion, and our foreconscious is more of that logic side, and that's actually really not our driving force. That's going to be kind of pushing us in directions, but it's our emotions that are going to drive us. So if we can get ourselves pumped up using body language and your breathing and just smiling and all that, you're going to be able to be a lot more productive and stronger.
Absolutely, great.
I find the same thing when I try to do other things too. Like if I'm we had a karate test recently.
Yes,
right. And so the karate test, I get myself into a zone. I get myself in that fighter mindset.
Yeah.
I don't have that happy-go-lucky edge I usually do. You see the same thing when I'm teaching a lot of times too. Just because
switching to different modes, different personalities, depending on what you're doing, right?
Right, and my body language helps get me to that place.
Absolutely right.
Cool.
Excellent. Now, a lot of what we've been talking about over the last couple of weeks has been from Tony Robbins, and he talks about he does these 3 things to help him prime himself, right? So the first thing would be to just think about gratitude. He spends 10 minutes a day, and he does 3 minutes just thinking about things that he's grateful for, right? So whether it's your health, your family, you think for me it would be my school, my business, my friends, my employees, things like that, right?
Yeah, why do you do that?
He does that to get himself in a positive a positive spirit, right? So when you're thinking about things you're grateful for, it's you don't really experience anger, and you don't experience fear, and you don't experience these negative emotions. You know what I mean? You put yourself in a more positive, grateful state, and then that helps you kind of get started with your day.
Yeah, happy thoughts.
Happy thoughts. Think happy thoughts. So it's a lot like when you're trying to fly in Hook. If you were Peter Pan, right? You have to think of those happy thoughts.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Not exactly, but it's similar to that, right? Okay, number 2, he spends some time in prayer, right? Now, it could be like devotions, or if you're not religious, it might be meditation or something like that, right? But for me, especially, like if I've been wanting to do this, I don't actually do this right now, but for me, this would be good for me to do too, right? But for me, that's where my confidence comes from, is my faith in Jesus. It helps me stay grounded. It says when I know who I am, it really helps me have that confidence, because then when I'm doing throughout the day, if somebody's mean to me, or somebody, if I'm nervous about talking to this person, it doesn't really matter in the long run. You know what I mean? So that helps me too, right? So spending a few minutes a day on that. And then the last one is just thinking about 3 things that you're actively trying to accomplish, or that you want to accomplish, right? So keeping those in the front of your head on, like, It could be like a business goal, a family goal, or whatever it is, right? You spend some time thinking about these things as if that you had already accomplished it. So not like looking over there on like, okay, like I want to accomplish that, but like feeling the emotions that that you would feel once those things have been accomplished.
Like, just imagine it's done. Right.
Right.
This is what I want to do today, but I already did it.
But I've already done it, and then that all of that goes into priming yourself, and this is supposed to be done at the beginning of the day, so that you feel ready for the day and you're ready to take on the world. Woo! Right? Boom! Mic drop. Bam! Right? Right?
Cool.
So cool. So that's the video for today. It's we're on a series right now about building your confidence. So we're going to talk next week about another way to build long-term confidence and reprogramming your subconscious to get there.
Cool. All right, so check in next week. Be sure to like and share and hit the notification stuff and do all that boilerplate stuff.
Yes, exactly. Right. And share it on Facebook too.
That too, that helps.
Right? Boom.